Hey guys, welcome back to Homestead Prepping and Survival. So it's a little cool out today, but I've been under the weather, got some sinus crap going on, and both ears have been fluid and infection in them. So I'm taking meds, but you know the steroid makes you anxious, makes you want to get out and do stuff. So I need a nesting box for that first chicken pen. They have started laying every 1 or 2 a week, not much. But they don't really have a box. I've been putting some hay in there on the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera on time lapse and let you watch me build a little laying box for them. Now a hen needs, or a chicken basically for roosting, needs about 8 inches square per chicken. And you know, they will crowd up a little tighter than that, but to give them plenty of room not to fight and all that, about 8 inches per chicken. So I really only want 2 nesting boxes in there. I've never had 3 eggs in 3 boxes. I'll get one in one time, but every now and then it's an odd one in a second box. So what I'm going to do is, I was thinking of building just a 2-box nesting box with 2 or 8 by 8 boxes on it, so there's enough room for them to get in there and sit and do their business. But since I've already got these pieces of OSB that are 2 foot across, well, 24 divided by 8 is 3, so why not make 3 nesting boxes out of it, and then I'll just take the rest of the board and do the sides and the dividers and all. It'll be a little bit tight. It'll be about 7.5 wide, 8 inches deep. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the camera on time lapse and just record me doing that. And I may delete some of the time lapse. You're not going to watch me do everything. I haven't prepared nothing. I got the old dog kennel out there that I haul chickens with. And I got a level. I couldn't find my square, and I'm not digging for it. So I got an electric saw out in my impact and some screws in my pocket. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get it. I got to go get a pen, but I'm going to get a pen and mark out my lines where I want to cut. Try to cut it up pretty quick and put it together, and see if I can't get it mounted in that first pen so the chickens have somewhere to sit and lay their eggs, or butt nuggets as I like to call them in Southwest Georgia. So either way guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and if you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel, and it helps me grow a lot. And all you new subscribers, I sincerely appreciate it. So this will be a video for after the weekend. It may not be out Monday, so I may be off my schedule next week. If I'm not feeling, at least 80% Monday morning, I'm probably not going to go in. But right now, the steroids kind of got me hopped up. I may go on in. If I do, I'll upload this for Monday morning. Otherwise, you'll probably see it Tuesday. So thank y'all for watching. I'm going to get the time lapse going. Alright guys, I just made it really simple. It's 24 inches wide, it's 8 inches deep inside, and the separator walls are 8 inches tall. That's just so the hen will sit down in there a little better, maybe not pick at each other over the top. I don't know. And I only made the front board about 6 inches tall, so it's a little easier to get in and out of. They don't feel quite as cramped. And the back is 8 inches. Of course, I went down below, so I should have probably made it 9 inches, but I'm going to go in the first pin, and that wall that separates the two pins. So basically, I don't want to put it on the metal wall. It's going to be exposed outside. Is OSB, and as you can see inside that first pin, I got a piece of board there I'm going to move, but I'm going to screw it straight in there. Hopefully it hit at least one stud in there, and then the other stud, so it'll be just above the ground, so they, you know, really can't get under it unless they're trying to scratch or something. But anyway, I'm gonna get it mounted real quick and I'll show you results after. Okay, all right guys, I got it mounted, put 3 screws in it, and it ought to be pretty stable. It feels like it is sitting on those 2x6s anyway. So I'm gonna go get some hay and get it filled. And for whatever reason, all the chickens, when I let them out, go in there and scratch the hay out of that first laying box. So I don't know, I'm probably gonna put a little bit more in there, but their ground stays covered with it. And I've been raking some of it up with my hands, you know, the cleaner stuff, and putting it back in there. So I'll put some in there real quick and get this new laying box for the first pen hayed up, and then I'll be with y'all in just a minute. Alright guys, so I got the first nesting box, added some hay to it. Now I'm going to come down here. I left a little on the ground, but I packed theirs pretty tight. I know they're going to scratch and pull a lot out, but now they have a nesting box, so maybe I won't have to find them laying on the ground anymore. I don't know, but either way, I filled their feeders yesterday. It's been a pretty busy week this past week at work. About half the crew's been out with some flu or bronchitis or, you know, whatever, head stuff, sinus stuff. And a couple of them just came back to work this past Friday, and I was feeling pretty poorly, so I actually knocked off a few hours early. And I had been taking Robitussin, and it helped, but I was just not sleeping, coughing too much. So I went on to urgent care instead of going to my doctor. It's just further away. I went on to urgent care and got a shot in both sides of my butt, and steroid pack, and some Zyrtec, which I think I already had, but either way they gave me some, and inhaler to help with the, you know, all that, and then some ear drops because both ears have fluid in them to try to dry the ears up. So anyway, I haven't been feeling the best in the world, coughing a lot, and I'm not near as bad as I was last time. That's why I went ahead and went, is to kind of knock it out so I wouldn't be sick at Thanksgiving. And I actually got in there earlier and went ahead. Hello, Daddy Rooster coming in, fixing to chase him again. Watch him. He gonna run. He gonna run. He don't want no part of him. Look, he gonna go right on back to his pen. He'll get up on the roof. Daddy, come in there. Watch him. Watch him. Daddy gonna come in after him. Daddy gonna come in after him. Look, he gonna get his butt up on the roost. The roost is kind of like home base to us kids when we were playing tag. You don't normally fight when you're on the roost. So that's his safe spot. Ain't that something, guys? Anyway, I am feeling a little bit better. I'm still nowhere near where I should be, but seemed like I just got over the last mess when this came on. So either way, I am going to go ahead and get my few little tools I used to put up. You saw in the time lapse, that's pretty simple to do. It's a small laying box now. It's not as big as the others that I built. So I used less than a quarter of a sheet of OSB because I had several pieces that were 2 foot by 4 foot, and that's a quarter of a sheet. And I only used a little over half of that. So, you know, you can afford to do it. I mean, if you can buy a smaller piece, and I know they do sell them that way, I usually buy the full sheet and cut it. But you can afford to do that. Usually with the scraps you got left over after building something like this, a chicken pen or whatever, rabbit boxes, you got enough scrap left over to go ahead and build some laying boxes. It's really simple, as you saw. It's nothing, you know, it's a chicken nesting box. They don't care if the measurements are exact. Y'all don't talk yourself out of it. You can do it. But again, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Prepping is little steps, baby steps. Just keep making small improvements, small successes every day, and they will add up for you. So my major stuff is covered. I could always improve on them. I'm not saying I couldn't, but my major stuff is covered. And I'm trying to grow my flock and get it ready for rabbits, and hopefully have goats one day if I can get the fence line cleaned up and repaired, and then add some more, something like that, because that fence that's on that property line is not goat tight. Excuse me. That wasn't a bad coughing fit. So guys, I do appreciate y'all. Once again, thank you for all the new subscribers. Now I've got to find the time and energy to go in there and get it to the computer and spend an hour or two editing the video, putting all the parts together, and getting it ready for you guys to watch. And I appreciate y'all. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a thing. All you have to do is log in with your email on YouTube, which is your Google Mail, and click the subscribe button, and then click the bell icon and change it to all. And if you don't want to see them all, change it to the next setting, or just say no settings, but you're still subscribed and it counts. And you can come in and watch the videos anytime you want to, and that means the world to me. So y'all have a great rest of the week, and I thank y'all so very much. Remember the two things I always tell you that's more important than anything else. Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared. Look at that white hen. She's checking out the new nesting box, wanting to see what she can do, and she's got her own in there. Hadn't laid but one egg this week. They are a mess. Y'all have fun.